phone number I just gave
Ready?
out. Yeah. We own no rights to this.
Not on the rights to this. As around the sun, the earth is seen revolving. The rose petals know the bloom in early May. I know all's secure. You can rest your mind sure that I'll be loving you always. And I'll never know from this sweet up tomorrow. Guessing we'll grow older every day. You know what I say is true. That I'll be loving you always. 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 This is Stevie Wonder, the GOAT. Did you know that true love asks for nothing? Her acceptance is everything. Hey. Did you know that life is giving love to guarantee to last you forever? So Marlon, we want to start this out with you. I want you to give us some information about Langston Hughes. Yesterday we spoke about Charles Drew. Today I want you to give us the facts about Langston Hughes and maybe read.
I thought it was Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder was the song.
Thought we was doing Stevie Wonder today. Cause
We're doing Langston Hughes. So you can do Stevie Wonder, Mayana.
Why was I switching to Michael Jordan? Alright. So his full name was James Mercer Langston Hughes. He was an American poet, social activist, novelist, playwright, and columnist from Joplin, Missouri. One of the earliest innovators of literary art form called jazz poetry. Alright, let's see. My website is not loading.
You should read one of his poems, sir.
Alright, hold on.
I think you have a good one called, what is it called again?
Harlem.
Yeah, it's really good.
Alright, let's read it. Hold on.
And I have a good one for us, a good topic for us.
Alright. What happens when a dream differs? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun?
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't read this cursive. Hold on, let me get a different one. Alright, does it dry up like a raisin in the sun or fester like a sore? And then run, does it stink like rotten meat or crusted sugar over like syrup and sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Langston Hughes.
Yeah, and Langston Hughes and Charles Drew were close to me because I did a project on Charles Drew, even just for a college report like 2 years ago. And for Langston, I had to remember and recite one of his poems and say it in 5th grade, and we got judged on that. I think I got like an A. So Langston Hughes has always been like a major writer, important to me, you know. So that's another African American who I always looked up to, you know. So literature, and I love literature. I love writing. So, but Marlon, today we're going to talk about, is freedom of speech a right or privilege? What do you think about it? So I'm not going to. I probably won't. We probably feel the same way. But I just want to know how do you feel first. You think freedom of speech? You being able to say whatever you want, is that a right or a privilege?
Somewhat of it should be a right, and somewhat of it should be a privilege. Because certain words that you need to like be a certain race to say, or like a certain person, or have certain.
I mean, now it's respect.
Yeah.
A certain level of respect and opportunity. So not opportunity, but it's respect, but also respect my area where I'm at, my situation, because there was times where we couldn't say things. Like, there's a certain realm where I'm at, and I'm gonna say a certain thing, and a certain realm where I'm at, where I'm not gonna say a certain thing. But freedom of speech is a right. It's not a privilege. I'm privileged by, you know, like when when your mother buy you clothes and nice clothes, right? That's privilege. Marla's privilege. You know, my mother did the same for me as a child. She made sure I was straight. Made sure I was icy. That's a privilege. I was privileged as a child, right? A right. That is a right, but you know, to write the laws, you know, you want to be able to write the laws, and the people writing the laws is giving us the privilege to freedom of speech. So it's all how you see it. It's all about perception, because there was a point in time when we couldn't say, do, walk. You know, it's certain places couldn't learn. So it's certain things that we couldn't do due to, you know, color of our skin at certain times. So giving us the right, yes, you gave us our right. We're not privileged to have that right because it's our right. And then you had people who went out and said things that they weren't supposed to say that broke barriers because you had to give us that right. So, and now that me and you are privileged. So, I think freedom of speech is a right. What do you think, sir?
You called it a privilege so many times in
I'm
that
saying,
sentence and
because-
called it a right like more.
Because a right is like the Bill of Rights. You know? If you read that thing, at one point in time, which is in the books, it's in your history book, we were considered 1/3, 1/4 of a person. You saw that. You read that. Yeah, so the right to, they had to give us these rights. You know, but I'm saying it's not as if, it's like if we were in London and we own London. And, you know, our cousins when they got some slaves and brought them over. And we make the laws. So these aren't our people. So we're going to make them go by our rules. We're going to slowly give them rights. Right? Now, our ancestors took it as this is our deserved rights. If we are privileged to not have to fight for those rights, but consume what they had to go through to get those rights. Make sense? That we have the right to vote. I voted this year. Well, the last time around, I voted for Joe. When I was 17, Obama won. But I couldn't vote. But I was happy to see Obama win. So I exercised my right to vote. But that's also a privilege. Make sense?
I was born into Obama.
You were? That's kind of cool.
And then Trump had to ruin it all.
Nah, I mean, it's your opinion, right? It's all opinion. I wouldn't say that he ruined it. I think that Trump was really upfront with his actions and words, which we don't get from.
Wasn't he the first black president?
Who?
Obama?
The only black president in this United States.